Sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end the race.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I
it.
feel it. I feel it. I love it. Ain't no stopping me. No stopping me.
Any type of food that you miss from Australia?
Meat pies for sure.
What is that?
A pastry with meat inside it. So a
Sounds...
4 and 20 meat pie. That's my go-to when I go home.
I have...
The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up on a beautiful night in Salt Lake City. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy by financially incentivizing them. Contract bonuses include on-the-court performance, physical fitness, and off-season workouts. The team's general manager said, to be a significant program, we need to be great defensively and with individual development. The bonuses are created with those goals in mind. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. He dishes it to Conley. 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And it's Mitchell missing. Bledsoe against Mitchell. Ingram right side. Bledsoe right side. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Jazz on D. Shot clock at 5. Here's Williamson. Adams, the pass to Williamson. Tries again. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. Here's O'Neal. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. Yep, that one goes.
Unselfish play there by Bledsoe. Does a great job scanning, noticing somebody's open, get them the ball.
Here's Conley. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Here's Mitchell. Adams, some nice D.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Conley dishes to Gobert. He kicks to Mitchell. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Redick. And here's Bledsoe. So here's Williamson. Over Bogdanovich. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
They get the rebound, and the layup's good off the glass.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Bledsoe outside. A three-pointer, no good. Utah leading. Mitchell finds Conley. Back to Mitchell. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. Mitchell's got 5.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Ingram. The pass to Bledsoe. They can't stop the run with that one.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And it goes down 2 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 7-point differential. Outside, Redick. This one for 3. Offensive rebound.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Now Gobert had a tough time getting going against the Thunder. He was a non-factor in that game. And it's Mitchell missing.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high. Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. On the free throw, no good. And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. So you know he's going to live in the paint.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
No good on the free throw. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
The Jazz on offense. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Redick with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 6. Pass to Adams. Over Bogdanovich. Rebounded by the Jazz. And the training staff from the Suns had an outstanding track record over the years.
The envy of a lot of teams in the NBA as they were able to extend the careers of players like Steve Nash and Grant Hill, two all-time greats. And they set a trend in some of the biometric tracking that they do and looking for early signs of impending problems. All about preventative medicine, Kevin, to have players be at their best.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Checking out some numbers here for J.J. Redick, how he performed last season. Averaged 18 points per, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
Now here's Redick. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the paint, here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, of course we can talk about JJ shooting the ball, and he definitely does that off the screen, but he looks for teammates too.
Stolen by Bledsoe. And oh, here we go with Bledsoe. Nobody bent. Drops in the breakaway layup. Here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovic has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
The Jazz have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
the
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, you know, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovic, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Now, here's Mitchell. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. It's Redick on the wing. That one rolling around and rims out. And here are the Jazz now. They're on a 14-6 run. And he gets it to go. And the Jazz lead by 8. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Outside, Redick. Clock at 6. Stolen by Michael Conley. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
That one drops for him.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
With some arc, and Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Ingram against O'Neal. Here's Williamson. He's got 6. Outside, Reddick. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game. Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. Lonzo Ball comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Jazz leading by 8. Conley feeling it out. Dishes to Bogdanovich. Misses off the left iron.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Ingram. Here's Favors. Missed inside. Utah has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Conley against Ball. Launches it. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Conley. 11 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
If you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And that was an absolute hammer. Williamson is downright lethal when you allow him to gain some momentum.
Now here is Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovich. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the wing right side. And that one's good. Williamson's got 10 points.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Lets it go from 11. Here's Gobert. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Pelicans trail by 11. Ball with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Sacramento.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
Conley, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Reddick against Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And here's Reddick. And the 3 ball is good. Reddick's got his second basket of the game.
Man, he just kept his composure. No panic in Reddick that time. A tough shot.
And so it's Utah going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Right back after this break. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Peyton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Gobert. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Derek Favors. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D-Wade with how he plays.
Take a break. Take a break. 3 shots.
And the first one drops. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ingram's got 5 now.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep, his eyes light up. His shooting is just out of this world.
Clarkson kicks to Mitchell. No good. Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to the Kings. Ingram wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Oh, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. Now here's Hicks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Takes a 3. Ball no good. Utah leading by 6. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. GA, thank you. Here's Mitchell following the basket by Lonzo Ball. And that one is good. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Outside, Redick shoots it. Again, the Pelicans score.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Clarkson against Redick. Shoots from 12. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there. A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Back to Mitchell. Takes it to Ingles. Fires the three. And Utah, another three.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Outside, Redick. Back to Ingram. Back to Redick. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Ball, no good. Jazz leading by 9. Passes it to Clarkson. It is now to Mitchell. Second chance shot. No good at the rim. Pelicans trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
And Ball sets up his teammates. And when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Here's Ingles. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Ingles has got 5 points so far.
Man, can that guy shoot a turnaround jumper or what? Almost an impossible shot to defend.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. Clarkson against Redick. Here's Favors. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich. The Pelicans have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. First one at the line is good. Brent, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Moutier, no good. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing here by 8. Redick for 3. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 10.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Now, here's Clarkson. No points in the game yet for him. Again, the Jazz score.
Decision-making is a big part of Jordan Clarkson and how he can impact the game. That time made a very nice read.
Outside, Redick. Back to Ball. From 11 feet away. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Shoots from 14. Bogdanovich, no luck. Pelicans trail by 7. Now the pass to Ball. Good, nice job down low.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Now here's Moutier. Gobert finds Moutier. And here's Clarkson. He's covered by Ball. And the Jazz, another 3.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes. And they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Outside, Redick. Gobert with the block. They get it back. Here's Ball. And no good. So Utah will take it the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Pelicans trail by 8 to the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Ball's got 6 points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Right side, Bogdanovich from past the arc. Ball with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Ingram kicks to Ball. Outside, Redick. Wide open. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Moutier against Ingram. And Moutier throws it down.
And when Moutier takes off on drives like that, it's almost impossible to be in front of him.
Ball dishes to Ingram. Here's Hayes. And the shot is good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Utah leading by 6. And the Jazz call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Gobert the pass to O'Neal. Moutier dishes to Gobert. Here's Clarkson. Ingles trying to get open. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And the Jazz lead by 8.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about the strength on display there by Ball? Not the biggest guy out there, but he wills these shots in despite the physical contact.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but it seems like they're off to a nice start.
Gobert can't hit.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Ball against Moutier. Ball, the pass to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist here tonight. Jazz leading by 4. Now here's Moutier. Pass to Clarkson from outside the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Clarkson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Ingram in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Moutier pass to Gobert. Back to Moutier. Pass to Clarkson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Yeah, Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever's asked of him to earn minutes.
Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. The Pelicans also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Favors. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Second free throw, no good. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. 6-point game. Over to the wing. Pass to Redick. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Ball's knocked loose. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. 2 points. That one goes. Clarkson's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Bledsoe. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Conley with it. Now defended by Williamson. Redick with the double team. And there's the pass to O'Neal. Over Ingram. Can't hit from the open. And the first half is now in the books. Jazz lead by 8. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Right out of the gates, it was Utah setting the tone. Their biggest lead of the opening period during a very exciting run was all the way up to 13 points. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. This led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. Now they need to stay mean, Ernie. You cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
Well, they just didn't produce enough offense. I don't know if it's because they were spending so much energy on the defensive end, but clearly they have to take a look at this. What plays are we calling? How can we improve that? And they have to do it fast, because if they don't, this game is going to run away from them.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Pelicans trail by 8. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Steven Adams is out there with Williamson. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. Now here's Williamson. Back to Redick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bledsoe outside. Over Conley. Goes back up. Gobert with the block. They retain possession. And that one's good. Williamson.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Conley with the 3. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Pelicans trail by 6. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Williamson. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 16 points for Zion Williamson. Utah has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Conley kicks to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Redick. He's got 10. Here's Bogdanovich. Drops it in from 11 feet. And now an 8-point Jazz lead.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Bledsoe looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bledsoe's got his second basket.
And Bledsoe loving to take on this challenge here, not fearing getting hit on the way up.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. He dishes it to Gobert. Back to Bogdanovich. And he uses the glass on the layup. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Outside, Redick. Bledsoe passes to Adams. He kicks it to Redick. Fires the three and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
Now here's Bogdanovich. 8 points for him. Inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And you gotta love the big bucket and the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Pass to Gobert. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Redick against Mitchell. Here's Gobert. Good on the shot. He's got 12.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 7. Ingram outside. Back to Bledsoe. Left block shot on the way. Rebounded by the Jazz. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And the dunk by Williamson.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
They double team Conley. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Bledsoe kicks to Ingram. And that one, good.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 8th assist in the game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that 3rd star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Pelicans making a switch here.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. He's coming off an excellent season. First in field goal percentage, third in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Here's Melly. Passes to Ingram. To the left side wing. And it's Melly missing.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Bogdanovich, it's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Redick passes to Adams. Out to the right wing. Bledsoe right side. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bledsoe's got 9.
All right, Bledsoe showing you a little bit of his range.
Conley inside the line, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
Now that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Now Bledsoe, 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Redick. The pass to Melly from the arc, and another 3 for New Orleans.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy 3-pointer.
Bogdanovich looking around. Pass to O'Neal. On the wing, Mitchell. Covered by Redick. Now they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
New Orleans making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Pelicans trailed by 5. Bledsoe kicks to Adams. Ball against Mitchell. Puts it up from 12. Second chance effort. Offensive rebound. Adams. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's O'Neal. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
How about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Joe Ingles. He's checked in for the Jazz. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Fourth, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
To the middle. And O'Neal gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Jazz lead.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
Bledsoe outside. Ball, the pass to Mellon. 5 to shoot. And Adams now top of the key. Out to Ingram. To the right side. Pass the ball. Here's Bledsoe. And again, no good by New Orleans. Jazz leading by 7. Here's O'Neal. 8 points for him. Gobert dishes to Conley. This is it to Mitchell. Takes the 3. And it's Ingram with the rebound. New Orleans has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Kicks the ball. No good that time. And Utah the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They'll find themselves in the middle of the string of 3 straight at home.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from 3-point range.
Doubled by Conley. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steven Adams picks one up. For Utah, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. The Jazz making a switch here. Davis is checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Okafor's checked in. And Mitchell drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Ingram. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And it's almost unfair for a 6'9" guy like Ingram to handle the rock like that. Just superb at maneuvering through the deep.
Now here's Davis. He kicks it to Mitchell. Goes up with a stripe. That's good on the jump shot. Mitchell's got 8 points in the quarter.
A quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Davis with the double team. Ball, the pass to Bledsoe. Offline with his 3. Jazz leading by 9. The pass to Mitchell. Trying to get open is Davis. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Conley. Mitchell's got 10 points in just the second half. Ingles against Bledsoe. Pass to Okafor. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Let's shot.
And that one falls for Okafor. 41 seconds left to play here in the third.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
Ingles against Adams. Here's Mitchell. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Adams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And no one is catching Ingram in the open floor. This guy is like a rocket.
Mitchell looking it over. Here's O'Neal. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. O'Neal's got 10 points. Bledsoe with the three ball. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Jazz leading by 8. They've got O'Neal. Clarkson is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Davis, and it's Ingles in at the 4 slot. That's the group right now for Utah. Now, here's Clarkson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Free throw good. Clarkson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Pelicans trail by 10. And here is ball. Bledsoe outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he gets the bucket.
You got to hit Eric Bledsoe extra hard to prevent that type of scoring opportunity. Just too physical as a point guard.
And Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe bounced around a little bit in the early part of his career under the tutelage of Chris Paul when he first came into the league. Seems like he's found a home here and very much settling into his role.
Davis kicks to Clarkson. Mitchell outside. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
You got to appreciate the fearlessness with which he plays. Zion's ability to shoulder the offense at this stage of his career is incredible.
Clarkson passes to Mitchell. They get a hand on it. Back to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. And finished off by Davis.
Well, he's underrated, Davis, as an athlete. He can get up there in a hurry.
Mitchell against Bledsoe. Over Mitchell. No good from Bledsoe. Utah leading by 7. Here's Clarkson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, a lot of ways that Clarkson can beat you. Most of the time it's off the dribble, but when he's shooting the ball well, he's a dangerous offensive player.
The Jazz making a switch here. Moutier is checked in, and the Pelicans also making a change. Redick is checked in. Free throw good. Clarkson. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for New Orleans. Trailing by 10. Outside, Redick. Bledsoe against Moutier. Bledsoe passes to Redick. Here's Williamson. Okafor trying to get open. And it's Williamson missing. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, you can see the confidence in Moutier there on that move and still gets that shot to drop in after contact.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Royce O'Neal.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Now here's Bledsoe. Down low. Will it go? And it's good on the way in. Bledsoe's got 5 points in the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Some dishes to Moutier. Back to Clarkson. The Jazz with another miss. Pelicans trail by 11. Redick surveying the D. Okafor up top. All sorts of time. Rebounded by the Jazz. Bogdanovich has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Shots good by Clarkson.
And Clarkson doing his best to keep that mid-range jump shot from dying off.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, Redick. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 6 assists in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Bucket is good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Bledsoe. No good that time. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Clarkson's running. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Here's Bledsoe. Now here's Okafor. Dishes it to Redick. And the dunk by Williamson.
And Williamson doesn't let up, consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Now, here's Ingles. Pass to Clarkson for the three. Bledsoe with the rebound. And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. It's stolen by Gobert. Clarkson on the wing. Inside, Bogdanovich.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovich is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
Okafor kicks to Ingram. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Ingles. Bledsoe against Mudiay. Passes it to Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Mudiay. Over Bledsoe. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in, and the Pelicans also making a change. Adams, he's checked in for Okafor. Pelicans trail by 14. Bledsoe outside. Outside, Redick. Shoots over Clarkson. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Here's Conley. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 13 at that last one. The shot by Redick, no good. Utah leading by 12. Here's Conley. Makes it off the glass.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here's Adams. Redick with the three. They get it back, and it's Adams on the follow.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
Now Conley. To the inside with the shot. Gobert can't hit.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You've got to play tough, physical defense. But he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Here's Conley following the score by New Orleans. Here's Gobert. The shot comes out. It's stolen by Gobert. Gobert double team. And he dunks it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And here are the Pelicans now, after the basket by Utah. Outside, Redick launches a three. That shot is off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Here's Bogdanovich, and the basket is good. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And another turnover here by New Orleans. Mitchell, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Ball's checked in for the Pelicans. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. They double-team Conley. Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. Here's Ingles. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Gobert. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint, here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And the Jazz call time here.
The 2nd overall pick back in 2016. Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes, but whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Adams' shot is good.
I don't know if you can have a guy that size be a surprising threat on the pick and roll, but Adams can catch the ball and finish through traffic.
Now here is Conley. At the top of the key, Gobert. Kicks to Mitchell. Shoots over Redick. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Ball against Conley. Ball with the bucket.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Now here is Conley. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Bounce pass, Bogdanovich. From deep three-point range. Redick with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 13. Adams dishes to Ingram. Mitchell against Ball. Doubled by Bogdanovich. The feed now to Williamson. Stolen by Michael Conley. 1:14 left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Bogdanovich. Ingles in the corner. The dish to Gobert. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Jazz.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Rudy Gobert.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Now here's Conley. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Out to the wing. Here's Ball. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying.
Clark, we have a big-time matchup with the big men down low tonight.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, you're going to see both teams double these guys because they're just too hard to handle. Otherwise, they'll have to do their work and make their decisions quick.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. J.J. Redick is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the 7. Now, here is O'Neal. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Mitchell's shot is good.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now here's Williamson. Back to Bledsoe. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. O'Neal with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Conley. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just the dominant performance on the glass.
Bledsoe against Conley. Bledsoe kicks to Redick. Over Mitchell. The shot by Redick, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's Mitchell missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Redick the bucket on the assist from Ingram.
Yeah, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Here's Conley. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
And he's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
What's up?
Look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks, double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there. And outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points. Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Doesn't go that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Comes up empty down low.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
O'Neal against Ingram. Second shot opportunity, and it's Adams getting it to go.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Adams, some nice D.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here is Conley. Steven Adams making his last shot outside Bogdanovich. O'Neal kicks to Bogdanovich. And he banks in the layup.
And you see the handles on display. Bogdanovich, not the quickest guy, but he can get where he needs to go.
Bledsoe finds Ingram. Outside, Redick puts up a three. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here is Conley, who's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City. Ingram against O'Neal. Here's Bledsoe. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And, you know, so often we see Bledsoe trying to get all the way to the rim, at least as close as possible. That's the mentality I think you've got to have.
Now here's Gobert. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Shot from 12. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Bledsoe right side. Conley grabs the miss.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
He gets it in there. And it's 6 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Williamson. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Coming off a terrific season. Put up about 16 points a game, 13 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Pelicans on D. They trail by 3. And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Here's Conley. The offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Gobert.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Got a piece of it to the middle. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And he knocks down the first one. O'Neal hits them both. Pelicans trail by 5. Bledsoe outside. Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Ingram. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Williamson. That shot, no good. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Conley. He's got 5. And Utah, another 3.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Conley against Bledsoe, looking to end the run. Gobert with the block. And they're pushing it up. Here's Mitchell, up and in on the layup. Mitchell's got 11 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. It's a 13-point game. Outside, Redick. Stolen by Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And so it's New Orleans with it, down by 15. As to Williamson, shot clock at 6.
Well, the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
There's been a cold start, no doubt. They've got to find a way to put some points on the board.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Exactly, nothing easy. They're making them work just to get into their offense. Very disruptive so far.
Now here's Conley. He's got 8. Mitchell outside. Right side, Bogdanovich. From deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Now here's Ingram. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Adams. It's Ingram on the wing. Shoots the three. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Mitchell's shot is good. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean.
Here's Ingram, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Here's Williamson. They get it again. Adams. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. They double him with Williamson. Mitchell wide open. No good from outside.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Ingram against O'Neal. Ingram outside. Fades. A rebound by the Jazz.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Mitchell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own. They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the night here. That one misses.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the chart.
Now here is Conley. 8 points for him. Mitchell outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's the Utah Jazz. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and you know, people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of, you know, laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing. But I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking. And, Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And, guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Utah. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Moutier out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. Here's Ingles after J.J. Redick's bucket. Fires from the wing. Here's Gobert. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Ball, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
And we've documented it. Ball has a hitch in his giddy-up on that shot, but it works. I mean, it's all about release and follow-through and confidence and repetition. And if he has room, then he'll make you pay.
Clarkson, and Adams sends it back. O'Neal against Ingram. He dishes it to Ball. Over Moutier. That one wide left. Jazz leading by 15. O'Neal with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Ball. Passes it to Ingram. Now Ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Another miss by Utah. Pelicans trail by 13. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Ingram dishes the ball. To the paint. Here's Favors. Here's Adams. Goes up again. Gobert with the block. And he's able to get it back. Adams trying to free himself up. Favors can't get it to go. Utah leading by 13. Down low to end the cold streak. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on J.J. Redick. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. We've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, this use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. Not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Moutier looking around. Favors brings the double, and no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Gobert got it. Good job in the low post. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Checking out the numbers for Clarkson, how he did last season. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That 3 off the mark.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
You know what? The size ball possesses, guys, as a point guard is really a nice asset, especially when the defense tries to be physical.
Now, here's Moutier, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Gobert double-teamed, and the pass to Clarkson. Hits the three-point pop. And the Jazz lead by 18.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
The Pelicans have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
You know, you look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. Exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
Now, here's Moutier, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Moutier against Ball. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Rudy Gobert, 3rd.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And here is Ball. He's got 9. Outside Favors. Back to Ball. But 3. The shot, no good. And it's Utah the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Now, here is O'Neal. Gobert, the pass to Clarkson. And Derek Favors pulls it down.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Kicks it to Ball. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Now here's Ingram. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, his teammates calling him the slender man. Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
That one falls for Ingram. And with Brandon Ingram and his size, he could benefit from adding a few pounds.
Well, you know, his teammates call him Tiny Dog. Dog because of his determination. That's a positive thing. The tiny part in reference to his slight frame. Time to bulk it up, young fella. Weight room.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for J.J. Redick. Both free throws good for Ingram.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Clarkson kicks to Ingles. 14 feet away. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Bledsoe. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Pelicans have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Free throw, no good. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh man, yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Now here's Bledsoe. It's stolen by Gobert. Mitchell against Bledsoe. Mitchell dishes to Clarkson. Lays it up off the glass. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, really a good-looking young player. Clarkson drives, takes the contact. What I really like about him, he plays with an edge. This is a guy who's trying to prove something all the time.
The 3, Bledsoe. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Now, here's Clarkson. He has 5. Clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Favors. A very nice season for him last year. 9th in field goal percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. The first one falls.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
So he hits both. Here's Ball. He's got 9. Pass to Favors. Ingles against Ingram. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Ingram's got 4 this quarter.
Brandon Ingram, a nice display of toughness from the young forward here, showing that he can score through just about anything.
Clarkson passes to Bogdanovich. Feeds it to Gobert. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. 10 points for Rudy Gobert.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And Hayes kicks to Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped away. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Clarkson. He scores for only his 3rd time tonight. Now 3 for 10 to climb out of the hole.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here's Favors. 9 points last game out. And the shot goes in. Ingram's got 6 points.
So easy to see just how dangerous Ingram is in the pick and roll. I mean, his size, long arms, shooting, ball handling. The defense is in trouble when he's pick and rolling.
Mitchell is doubled. Clarkson against Bledsoe. 11 feet away, and there's another one for the Jazz.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
1:49 left now here in the second. Out to Favors. Ball feeling it out a bit. Ingram outside. Ingles against Favors. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Looking to end his cold spell. And the layup is up and in. He's got 6.
And when the break is on now, Bledsoe with that outstanding speed, really good at pushing the pace.
Mitchell dishes to Clarkson. Pelicans pull it in. Favors has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Takes it from 10. That one's not going to go. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. That's good for Mitchell on the assist from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Bledsoe with it. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Utah out in front, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He ended up with 22 points and 1 steal. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
It was just Donovan Mitchell imposing his will. Physically gifted, coachable, and the man works tirelessly. So much heart in this game.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So the Pelican 5 right now. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Adams is out there with Williamson, and it's Bledsoe in at the point.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
He kicks it to Redick. Back to Bledsoe. 14 feet away, and it's Williamson missing. Jazz leading by 21. Here's the teardrop, and it's laid in by Conley. Conley's got 10 points in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Adams. Bledsoe taking his time here. And at last they get one to fall.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Shoots over Adams, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And you know, Bogdanovich is just such a deadly shooter from there. The defense has to do a better job against him in that situation.
It's Redick on the wing. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 11 points for J.J. Redick.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate. Guys, J.J. Redick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination. An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Williamson. Over Bogdanovich. Again, the Pelicans score. And Clark, as good as he is, playing off the ball, Redick can handle and even create some for his teammates.
Yeah, I like the fact that Redick has added that to his package, Kevin, because initially he was just a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's smart, he's tough, and he's actually steady and comfortable with the ball in his hand.
Gobert can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 8. Back to Redick. Dishes to Bledsoe. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by the Jazz. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Mitchell finds Conley. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Now here's Conley. He's got 10, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now Mitchell. 24 points for him. 4 on the shot clock. On the money from 12 feet away. Mitchell's got 26 points.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Ingram outside. Now here's Williamson. Guarded by O'Neal. Out to Ingram. Lets it go with the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Jazz leading by 20. Inside, Conley. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 4th assist in this one. And here's Bledsoe. He's got 8. Outside, Redick. Pulls up on the wing. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Passes to Adams. The dish to Ingram. And Redick kicks to Ingram. There's the pass to Adams. Now here's Redick. Back to Adams. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his 3-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 26. Outside Conley. Off target from 3-point range.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Redick finds Bledsoe. Now Ingram. Back to Bledsoe. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
And no question about it, Bledsoe has major bounce now. Fantastic at elevating and throwing it down.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Outside Conley. Over Bledsoe. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 14 points.
The silky smooth dribble moves of Conley, so slick in how he creates for himself.
Outside, Redick. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 3rd assist on the night. Mitchell outside. Shoots over Redick. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Now here's Ingram. He's got 8. Here's Adams, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Utah.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the 3-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those are things that I did pretty well.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Excellent fundamentals by Bogdanovich. I mean, he really excels at keeping his balance even when the defense tries to get physical with him.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 10. And the wide open shot from Redick. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Conley. Clarkson on the wing. Shoots over Reddick. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. To the inside. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The Pelicans have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you can control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
And here is Conley following the three from Eric Bledsoe. Conley dishes to Clarkson. The three, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defenses better wise up to it.
Now here's Reddick. 14 points for him. Here's Williamson. Again, the Pelicans score.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Kicks it to Clarkson. At the teardrop, it's deflected.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of...
Oh my goodness! That was special.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Now here's Gobert. 14 points for him. Bogdanovich. Pelicans pull it in. Williamson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He dishes it to Bledsoe. Ingram trying to get open. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 15 points.
This is what Bledsoe loves doing. I mean, penetrating, probing, finding his way, looking to get close to the bucket. That's when he's at his best.
It's rebounded by New Orleans. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. And they pick up 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 12. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Mesmerizing and stupefying the defense. Clarkson carves out space from mid-range.
Bledsoe finds Ingram. Adams wide open. Misses the 3.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Conley against Bledsoe. From downtown, Conley's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 13. Inside, here's Williamson. Yep, it counts. He's got 12.
And Williamson's such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint. Can get anything he wants in that paint.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 14. Here's Gobert. Pelicans pull it in. Williamson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bledsoe passes to Reddick. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Williamson. 11 feet away. It doesn't go for him. Bogdanovich, that's for 2. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And So it's the Utah Jazz holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Pelicans trail by 11. Clarkson is out there with Conley. And there's Davis, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Bogdanovich in at the four-man position. That's the group right now for Utah. Now here's Ingram. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Jazz shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Now here is Conley. Loads it up for Davis. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Clarkson against Bledsoe. Pass to Melly. Back to Bledsoe. Stolen by Clarkson. Count that bucket. And the Jazz lead by 13.
Boy, nice anticipation by Clarkson, not just on the steal, but in the way he jump starts the fast break.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ingram. Pelicans keep it alive. Count it. Good. Okafor's got his first points of the game.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Conley kicks to Clarkson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
As he often does, Clarkson pushing the action, drawing the trip to the line.
First free throw is good.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. Here's Ingram. Here's Ball. Dishes it to Ingram. Bledsoe outside. Off target from outside. Jazz leading by 13. Conley with it. They grab their own miss. And that one's good by Davis.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Okafor. Ingram wide open from outside off the mark.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
Shooting 2.
makes the first.
And already Okafor has become a dominant big man in the association. Has a good number of post moves to choose from, in addition to a nice jump hook.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. That one misses.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Here's Bledsoe. Bogdanovic picking up that last basket. Floats one, and with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut back down to 14 after they get the hoop from Eric Bledsoe.
Love how Bledsoe mixes it up. I mean, proving how dangerous that floater of his can be.
Now here is Davis. The drive by Mitchell. Count it. Mitchell's got 28 points for the game.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Ingles against Ingram. Baseline try, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime, when it was just barely above 30%.
Now, here's Mitchell. And there's the pass to Davis. Back to Mitchell. Releases from 15. No good. Shot missing. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Ball. Conley grabs the miss. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Back to Bogdanovic. There's the three. Offensive rebound. Davis on the follow. And the Jazz lead by 16.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Ball, the pass to Okafor. He kicks to Ingram. Bledsoe outside. From deep three-point range, a rebound by the Jazz. Now Conley. Shoots over Ball. He shoots again, and Davis can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 16. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Really left alone that time. Bledsoe's got 14 points here in the second half.
This is a positive sign for sure. I mean, when Bledsoe's hitting this, I think it ignites the entire squad.
Bogdanovic out to Conley. That one a little long.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Now here's Ball. And that one's good. Ingram.
Ball, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense. Nice feel, which is hard to teach.
Conley against Ball. Now here's Mitchell. Defense is right there. Good D by Bledsoe.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Ball against Conley. And here is Mitchell. And there's the feed to Bogdanovic. Yep, that one goes in there. Bogdanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team. while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up, and that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Bledsoe passes to Adams. The dish to Reddick. An easy 2 points on the layup.
He has the ability to get to the basket, too. Like seeing Reddick put it on the deck and get it done off the dribble.
Now here is Conley, and stolen by Reddick. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. No good on the three.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Pass to Williamson. Over Conley, and with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Williamson.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. You know, you look at Bojan Bogdanovic, and he's not uber athletic. I mean, he doesn't blow you away with his athleticism, but he's heady and he's tough, and that makes him effective.
And growing up in the European system, Clark, 2 practices a day, drilling those fundamentals. Bogdanovic with a complete offensive game.
Yeah, you can see the fruit of all that labor, Kevin. He's very efficient offensively, doesn't waste motion or dribbles. And he's not content to be a one-way player. He's challenged himself to defend at a higher level.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, Bogdanovic played for 10 years in Europe before coming to the NBA. Just now coming into his prime, but he's got a lot of pro experience.
And so Bogdanovic nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Here's Bledsoe, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Because of his strength and his athleticism, he kind of burrows his way inside and gets contact because he's looking for it. No fear from Bledsoe there.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe.
You know, an athletic and strong player at his position is Bledsoe, and he's a confident guy who I think makes an impact at both ends of the floor.
hits one and misses one, each at the line.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Out to the right wing. Here's Conley, kicks to Mitchell. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Now here's Redick. He dishes it to Williamson. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's MO all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
And in today's game, if you don't have poor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
First free throw is good. And Mitchell drops them both. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 14. The shot misses, so Utah will take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Has to Gobert. To the paint. Here's Ingles. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ingles has got 4 this quarter.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Bledsoe against Mitchell. Near the 3-point line, it's Ingram. Off target from the wing. Utah leading by 16. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Ingles. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got assist number 5 here tonight. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 18. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter.
To announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Utah.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Mitchell.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Williams-Goss, the pass to Brantley. Passes it to Moutier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams-Goss. It's good from long range. And the Jazz lead by 21.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Moutier with the ball. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
We're playing great, it's all about our defense. When we play defense, when we focus, we communicate, and after we get this stuff on the offensive end.
Rudy, a great win. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.